Hello, Eagles Nation, and welcome to the Blitz Breakdown presented by the Cali Blitz. The NFL has just completed its Week 7 in the season, and for the Eagles, we came out on top with a dub. The Eagles went down to Minnesota to face a familiar QB in Carson Wentz. But the story wasn't about Carson Wentz on Sunday. It was about the guy who took over his job, Jalen Hurts. Here's what his stat line looks like. Jalen Hurts went 19 for 23 for 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. What happened to Jalen Hurts not being able to throw? Is that what you guys wanted to see? Smitty had 9 receptions for 183 yards, which was a career high for Smitty, and he also got a touchdown. On the other side, A.J. Brown had 4 receptions for 121 yards, and he got 2 touchdowns. As A.J. Brown said after one of his touchdowns, that's what happens when he gets the ball. That's right, we need to pass the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Sunday's game was a clear example of the monsters that they are on the field. As far as the defense, they played decent. Jalen had a great pick 6 on Carson Wentz. Makuba also had a great pick on Carson Wentz where he tried to be the hero and threw a hero ball and said Justin Jefferson's out there somewhere. Unfortunately for Wentz, he wasn't out there, but the rookie Andrew Makuba was there. As a lot of fans pointed out, Carson Wentz keeps on helping the birds out, so for that, I do want to say thank you, Carson Wentz. Nakobe Dean, who's coming off that injury from last year, looked pretty good. He's still catching up to the game, but I did love to see what he did when it came to the run. Yet, the offense still outgained our offense, which is still a problem, but the defense made enough plays to get the win. Yet, there are a few concerns from this game. The first one has to be Kevin Patullo, and his offensive woes. There was a few plays during the game that made us look like the Super Bowl champs, where we passed the ball, we had a few great runs in there, and we looked like a great team. But there were still too many drives where our offense looked like we did not know what we were doing. We either ran it too much, or we had some concepts where they just looked whacked and they looked predictable, which has become a problem for us. So, credit to Patullo for some of the drives, but he still needs to get it going a bit more. And where's Saquon at? There has been no running game up to this point. He only had 44 yards on Sunday. And we cannot get the job done if we do not have a running game. Last year, we were so dominant because we were able to run out the clock last year. We were able to run it all over teams. When we got a lead, we were able to sustain that lead because they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop Saquon. We need to have more complementary football on the offense, have a mixture of passing and of running. Hopefully, the passing game in this performance by Hurts can open the lanes up a bit more for Mr. Saquon Barkley. As for the MVP of the week, I have to give it to none other than Devontae Smith, aka Smitty. Devontae Smith had 183 yards, like I mentioned, which is a career high. Let me tell you what, Devontae Smith is one of, if not the toughest guys in the league. He's such a skinny guy, and he takes a lot of big hits. But what happens when he gets it? He gets right back up and gets another reception or another touchdown or makes another great block. So Devontae Smith, he's such a great player. He's such a good guy. And have you seen his fits before the game? Those suits, they're so swagged out. And for that, Devontae Smith gets the MVP of the week here on the Blitz Breakdown. So the Eagles are sitting at 5-2 after a great win against the Minnesota Vikings. We are back on the win column. And so with that said, I will see you all in week 8. As always, go Birds.